even punished you by withholding sex.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey guys, this is Sue from Screw Good and Heart. I'm actually taking your case from my father, Lou. He's in the hospital right now. Apparently, after your last show, he had a heart attack. Okay, I'm in the level with you. I honestly wouldn't take you guys, but apparently this contract is obligated, but you guys are the worst. Who sends strippers to a hospital? Not just strippers, but clown strippers, midget clown strippers. Not only does my father have a fear of little people, he has a major phobia of clowns. Who does that? I'm not even going to get into the context of your show. I mean, did you just really just describe how someone looks by saying Ryan Reynolds has sex with himself? Where do I even start with that? If this is the kind of bull if this is the kind of stuff that you guys are going to pull, I don't know if we can continue. Just give me a call.
Message deleted.
Yeah. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can X around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can X around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
Welcome everyone to the Canceled Show. You know what? No. Bienvenidos. Los gentes. Wait, no. ¿Qué anda, raza? Gracias por escuchar el Cancel Show con Manny y Ricardo. Nah, just call me Rashad.
And call me Pedro.
Hey, that's right.
It's a Spanish show today.
Hey, everybody's included. Everybody's included.
Todos. What's up, brother? How are you today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
How are you, Mr. Pete?
Hey, what's going on? Who?
Mr.
hey.
Lawrence, Mr. Lawrence Pete.
What's up, boy?
A special guest today.
Yes,
Our first guest.
first official guest.
I know.
When I canceled you guys last week.
After we got canceled. Yeah, you're the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, we got canceled last week, so
I told them they had to make it more family friendly. We'll see how this goes.
It's not gonna happen. But
we are for families.
yeah,
Not good families, but
it's a family.
Still got it.
we put the fun in dysfunctional.
That's right.
That's what we do.
But yeah, for people that don't know, Mr. Lawrence Pete is an actor, a legend. He's an actor, a teacher, an activist, a superhero, mentor,
wise man.
He has it, man.
He might be a Batman.
No, he taught Batman.
Yeah, he taught Batman. He made Batman his bitch. All right?
Ooh,
I'm just saying.
But,
strong words.
We're canceled again. But yes, man, we go back and actually he goes. He taught me. I was theater arts and speech
At Poly.
and Polytechnic High School.
He's sorry.
By the way, if Poly is watching, because I put that out there today, and I hope all Poly is watching. And
Yes.
so if you guys want to write to Mr. Pete, I don't know if we have our number out there. If they want to call later on.
Yeah, later on we'll have a call in portion and stuff like
Yeah,
that. We
because-
want to hear from you.
Please, because last time we had people call in, and thank you for the love, but it was
Yes.
just on, and we couldn't get.
Yeah,
But we love the love, though.
Hop into the comments though. We love to see those comments roll by.
Yes, please
So,
do.
shout out to Big Dookie on the ones and twos.
Yes.
Howdy.
Yay.
Appreciate you, Big
Dukes.
Dookie. That's Big Dookie.
That's Dukes right there.
That's right.
Or the Big D.
So we, I always got to dub. I always
Big
got to
D
dub
with a
people.
little D.
You know.
He goes, don't call me Little T.
No, but I'm excited, bro.
I'm very excited.
So how's your week, bro?
It's been good, man. I was just telling Mr. Pete that I was at the Rangers game, and I was so drunk. Shout out to my boy George, man. He had great seats, and
George just Facebooked me not long ago. Him and I just hooked back up on, and I saw y'all together doing something over there getting food.
Yes. That is.
Gomez, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my boy, man. That's my brother from another mother. But yeah, we were out there at the game, and nonstop drinks, nonstop food. When I say I stuffed my face, I stuffed my face. I came out bigger with the big belly, bigger than this. Shut up. No, I know you're gonna say
Hard to
something.
believe.
I feel like I need to say something.
No, but yeah, and then not all that I can drink. Like I remember I had like 4 drinks, and then George had like 4 or 6 drinks out there, and we were just. I don't remember, but all I remember is that I got a hat.
Shout out to Uber.
My brother bought me a hat. My brother Vince bought me a hat. Shout out to my brother Vince. Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Vince too.
I
Yeah.
ain't seen him in a while either.
Oh
So,
man, Mr. P,
tell
when
him
I
said, hey.
I will when I found out that you were gonna come up here, man. I wanted to have everybody up here. I wanted to have all Poly up here.
Right.
But man, it goes 2000 what? Did we said 2005, 2003, 2003 around there.
15, 16 years.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So I went from Poly to McLean Middle School. I was over there about 6 years, and then from there I went to O.D. Wyatt High School.
Oh, snap.
Yeah,
You made it out alive?
Huh?
You made it out alive out of that school?
I made it out alive. As a matter of fact, I'm saying, nobody's sending me over here.
Old Dirty. Shout out to Old Dirty.
Yes. Oh man.
I did love them babies. That's where I was supposed to be with that. You know, because at McLean, I was kind of with the kids. But what was interesting about McLean is that you had the uttermost and the guttermost, doctors, lawyers, and the hood, everything all together.
Right.
Now, a lot of schools don't have that, but you got the people making all kind of money to kids, but it's both, So that was kind of interesting because all kind of mixtures, income, and I helped with the theater department. Miss Burks was actually over the theater department, but I kind of assisted her, and I was like her assistant director when she wasn't there. And we did a lot of shows, had a large theater department over, had a good fan base, because people had a little money.
Right.
So, and then I was, what was interesting about that? I went over there, and I was the OCI teacher.
Really?
So I did theater on the side, but I was you better sit your...
Oh man.
If you don't
See, for those that can't see, Mr. Pete still got his.
It's still that one look.
He still got that teacher face that like, oh, I'm gonna.
He scrapped a few times.
Mr. Pete. People that don't know Mr. Pete, he's old school. He doesn't. But I will say though, the one thing I did like about Mr. Pete that he never treated me as a child. He always treated me as a young man. He spoke to me as a man, not as a boy. And I think one of your favorite sayings and it's crazy now because the life happens because I'm a teacher now. Well, not a school teacher. I'm a martial art teacher. But I have my students, and one of the when I have they come to for me for advice is one of the things I find myself saying. It's not how you begin in life. It's how you end.
Yeah, you end
and that's something that he's always said to me.
You said that the other day on Facebook, and I cried like a baby. Oh my God!
It's stuck with me. It's stuck with me.
You mean to tell me I planted something in this child?
Yeah.
So we went for the rest of his life.
Well, and see, that's crazy how you happen because me and Rashad, we said a lot of the stuff is the main word right now is accountability. People need to take accountability for their kids, how they act, and we need more people like yourself to step up and be good teachers. And a good teacher can be anything. A good teacher can be the one that just, like you said, just stepping up. And I remember when I took your class, I was hard-headed. I think my problem was when you said I was with the girls all the time, which I don't like to brag, but
which is weird because nowadays, like a woman to be throwing it at him like fastball pitch, throwing it at him, he just misses it.
I am very shy now, Mr. Pete. I wouldn't believe it.
Well, you've always been a little shy.
Can you confirm that, please?
I will tell people he's always been a little shy, but once you and that's what you just have to pull that out of you and show you what you had. It's basically what we have to do. And one of the questions that you asked me, one of the things that we talked about a little bit before we got on here is something that I tell the kids. What's one thing that I would tell the kids that's important that another saying just like that one there is life is fast. You better get some of this thing.
Tell me about it.
It's going to go by quick. Look at us, about 15 years.
15 years ago, I was in your class.
It's going to be another 15. I'm praying God I'll make another big 20.
Oh, Mr. P, you're going to live another 1,000 years.
Yeah, but see, I'm saying it goes quickly. You better do what you're going to do and get it over with, get it done.
Yes, yes, it was.
You're 15 now. Now, next thing, 10 years, you're going to be 25. Then you're going to be 35. And it's going to go like, you're going to look up and say, dang, I didn't know getting on was going to come so fast.
It really, and I say that now. I remember, like, me and you were just talking, like, not too long ago, I was in your class. I think I took you for speech also. But look at us now. Like we kept in contact.
That's right.
But you've always been, like I said, you've always been a big inspiration for me, especially in my theater arts. It's because of you. I was able to go into that. I remember the very first time I was in there, you told me to perform, and I had to play a dying soldier. I didn't even know how to die right. I was doing this thing with my hands in the air. I was like, my hands right here in my forehead.
All dramatic and
I
stuff.
was dramatic, or I think I moaned. Just one time. I was like, is this right? Is this how people die? I mean,
Which is weird because like you're from the hood. You know
I
this
should know how to
already.
die. But that was, and you know what? That's a good point though, because in Polytechnic is a hood school. You know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that I was doing, people would laugh at me. When I told them I wanted to be an actor, people laughed at me. And I was trying to be this big badass thug from the hood. You know, I was trying to be a gangster. I'm still a gangster, but
I'm a gangster of love. Does that count?
if you don't get your ass out of here,
Wankster.
don't get your loving ass out of here.
Yeah.
No, but it wasn't cool. But Mr. Pete made it cool to the point that you were just like, it's okay. You can be you.
Yeah.
It's nothing better than being unique and stop trying to be like everybody else.
That's right.
And I remember through that because I actually, people don't believe this, that I started with music first. I was trying to be a rapper.
Okay.
And then remember I was doing poetry.
Okay.
People were making, people were calling me a sissy of that.
Yeah. This is
But I was-
you
I
can
was-
be an actor, know how to be all
Yeah, but I was a thug with poetry, with feelings, but still. And
Hey, Pac was a poet, so
but see, that's the thing that I made it to me. It wasn't okay to do all that, to show all that. I mean, there's only certain people, but I would tell Mr. Pete. I'm sorry, when I would tell Mr. Pete I want to do music, he's the only one that never. He always said, "Well, do it. What you waiting for?" Yeah. He never said, "Don't do it," or "You suck." Like, okay, well, pursue it. What are you doing to pursue it? Yeah. And I remember you would let me sit in your class sometimes, and I would write out my lyrics or my poetry and theater arts. Speech too. I took speech because I had a fear of talking in front of people. And I remember the first time, like, come on, Mr. Pete, you know I could talk. And you were like, man, well, get your ass up there and talk. You're like, but I was trying to smooth my way, like not to be going up there. But I got up there, and Mr. Pete cheered me on there because of you, Mr. Pete. I do thank you a lot of that. You know, like I said, good teachers are hard come.
You know something else, when you said that about teaching, the best teachers are the teachers are always getting taught by everything. Real teachers, everything around them is teaching them.
right.
Facts.
I'm being taught by kids, you know, but some people just think you should get it from a professor or a teacher, but to get knowledge, you can get it from everywhere.
Right. Yeah. And that's how, like I said, me and you go back, and I remember, let me see, when I started acting, doing my gigs, you were the first one to be like, man, you should be getting paid. Because I was working with somebody, me and him.
That's right.
We were working with somebody, and you were getting mad at me because they were taking advantage of my talent.
Get a check.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember that, and I said, no, you know, they're good friends, and
we're
it's for
doing it for
exposure.
exposure,
And no, man.
What about the stuff you did, the things, you know, I'm talking to, that you, first little project that we worked on together? I think it was the Potter's House, right?
TD Jakes.
Yes.
TD Jakes. Oh, my God. Actually, well, people don't know this. If you want to see the actual footage, it's called Manpower 2012. Look it up.
Yep.
And it's Mr. Pete's on there. He plays my guardian angel, by the way, which was actually really scary. So I got to go from the beginning because there's so much to this story. Right. So I remember I got the phone call. And at this point, I was working in downtown Dallas. I was working in front of American Airlines when they were building that this new condos there. And I was the one that's, you know, fireproofing, and I was putting the insulation.
That's right. You were
So that's
doing
where I was. Every
fireproofing
day
then.
I would be up there at 5, 6 o'clock, and every day the elevator would go up, and I would see the sunrise, and I would tell myself, this ain't my life. There has to be more to me than this. I can't work for somebody else and getting paid just this. And like my mom, you know, when they came over, they wanted me to do a better life. So I should be better than this. And then that's when you called me and say, look, listen, funny story. They were looking for an Asian guy. and you said, look, I think you fit the part. Just give him a call. They were looking for an Asian guy. I called. I showed up. I did the acting. And after that, they were looking for a fight choreographer to do a fight scene in live, but they didn't tell me it was in front of 10,000 people. Correct? And more. So, and then I got the part, and then I brought him on board, and man, it was wild though. I would tell you, it was wild because.
Really was. It was a good opportunity to kind of open up some doors for you. Gave you some exposure.
It did.
Who was that great big old rascal that was?
Oh man,
Dominique.
Dominique. Yes,
Yeah,
Dominique.
Dominique.
He was six.
Shout out to Dom. What's
6'7",
up with you?
6'5", so he's a
big
tall
old
guy.
6'5". He might have been about
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah,
he
I
was.
would- yeah, I would say-
He's actually as big as Dukes. Dukes, how tall are you?
6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, he
I
was
want to say
around.
Dom was 6'8". That's right. Dom was 6'8" because his brother was 6'9".
Yeah, they were giants.
Yeah.
Big old rascal.
And
Yeah.
we did that, but the problem was that, they didn't get along with him. But he was like, backstage. It's because when you're doing fight scenes and they wanted me to do 100% all the time, I would tell them, hey guys, I need a break, and they didn't want to give me a break.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was. I'm gonna say it was a bad experience for me in that aspect. But I remember that when we did the actual scene, I didn't even get paid. They didn't even let me. No.
Remember, we had to actually had to buy our own outfits for it.
Yeah.
We had to buy our own outfits for it.
No, we have a new director now. Though. That's
Yeah,
great.
they were even, and then on top of that, we almost didn't do it the night before. We almost quit the night before.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
think I remember that beef a little bit.
Well, it wasn't. It was the way they were treating me was not cool at all.
Right.
And I was just like, listen, guys, I'm tired. I mean, you guys, I had to borrow money for gas.
You hurt yourself one time, didn't you?
I hurt both knees. I pulled both hamstrings. I hurt my ankle. They weren't getting along with him because all he was saying is like, you guys, he's thirsty. We need to get him water. We need to get him a towel.
yeah. Because whenever I would be on a set with Manny or something like that, if I wasn't actively participating, I would be his assistant. You know what I mean? I'd
Vice
run and get
versa.
him water, stuff like that. Well, whatever he needed and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But at the same time, we're there at the Potter's house. You guys know this building, so I'm just like, hey, where's the vending machines?
Yeah.
Oh, he needs a break? I'm like, well, he just ran it full out 5 times in a row. Yes, he's going to take a break.
Exactly.
Oh, we can't just do this again? No, we're not.
And then
I
actually,
had to advocate for him because,
You did.
this is my brother. I'm not about to have him.
yeah, and same thing.
know.
I do the same thing. If he's on a movie shoot, I'm the one. I'm his assistant, vice versa. But that it was just bad news. And then the night before, we almost quit. And I don't know what was the change of heart. I think they came to an agreement, and
It was, because, I'm, sure the Potter House, it's a great opportunity, stuff like that. But I'm not there for them. I'm there for my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, of course, I want a good product, but
that's got to be respect. Now.
it's got to be respected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been at that point too. It's been times where I want to say, y'all crazy.
Exactly.
well, you did say that
A
because
couple of times, I did. Because one time there was, we have new directors and stuff now.
Right.
So
Right.
sometime, and also at the Potter's House, I run camera, and you have to be. So you just treat people with respect, and you have sometimes you just have to tell people, I will get off this camera and come and we're gonna have a little discussion.
and see, and that's what I loved about you, Mr. B, because you fought for us so hard. I think
did.
because of you got us a
Yes.
copy.
Yeah, because remember, they didn't even want to give us a copy.
They wanted me to buy the whole set. I was just like, yeah. We couldn't even stay for the show.
I forgot all about that mess. Ooh.
Well, remember they didn't even allow us to stay out to the show because we had to buy a seat. We were like, we were performing.
Like, we're in the show. Why do we have to buy a ticket for
My
the show?
face is on the thing.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Like, but I will say this: if you guys look at the
Yeah,
clip,
you need to see. I'm gonna use that too on my video demo.
Actually-
I forgot all about that.
use
hey, Dukes, can you pull up the clip like where? So in one of the scenes, and this is where it gets crazy because I remember in one of the scenes, I'm fighting the bad guy and then I fall and then the angel comes down.
Right.
I'll never forget. Do you think I was gonna let my son? That's
right,
supposed to be
right,
God's voice.
right.
And then you come to me and then I'm on the ground and then you pick me up.
Right.
And you were supposed to make it seem like you were just speaking life into me, but you started really talking to me.
I really wish I had that audio, because
Like, have you played right quick?
Yeah.
If you guys are watching live, fast forward. If you guys are watching live, it's like I said, I'm on the ground.
Piece. You did a really good job.
Oh no, man! It is because of you though. Because when you said, like I said,
Mr. U is down for the count.
you know, he talked to me, and I'm like, oh my God, Mr. Pete is really inspiring me. I can really do this.
Yeah.
And because of you, I got up, and I was like, you know what? I believe. And after that, I remember it got crazy. But
I'm glad y'all told me because I'm working on some stuff. Working on my video demo. Got a little audio thing, so I can pull that up. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
see, and that was 2012.
Yeah.
Because I'm there like right there in front of the stage because kind of how we choreographed it
Was
was
it 2012?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Like that's to.
yeah kind of how we choreographed it for those who aren't
Sorry, I thought y'all were still talking.
looking at it.
No,
yeah,
show the part where he's picking me up.
yeah, you can show that part. I mean that's fine. So we can just
I want to see everything.
yeah.
So he walks over to me and he picks me up and
Like good versus evil.
yes sir.
Yeah.
But and it's crazy though that you out of all people played by Guardian Angel. And I was tripping out, and then he played one of the angels too to protect.
Yeah.
And in real life, that's how it really is. Like you were always giving me advice, and he's always been like one of my brothers that protects me when I can't see or whenever I'm, you know, what I don't see, he sees.
So this is where you're getting rid of all those temptations.
Yeah, you're getting rid of all the demons around me,
Around you, okay.
and then you're wearing some type of dress, I guess. I don't
That's
know
why
what-
I'm on African road.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's right.
I brought the okay.
Yeah.
So
But,
yeah,
but I remember being on the front row.
See, look at that.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing Mr. Pete. And I'm just like, wait, he's talking to him.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to hear this.
yeah. No, because he was so inspiring. He was just like, you can do this. You gotta believe, and I need you to.
His name was
It, yeah, it, and I was,
whatever you dealing with.
and it's crazy that my name was you, and I was
yeah.
representing all kinds of mankind. And the trip was that after all this, when I'm the fight, I look up and I see 10,000 people cheering me on.
Yeah.
And after that, I remember I had lifted my hand up with one glove.
Right.
And then I just started kind of like almost got into one of those emotional. I'm like, man, this is really happening. This is really.
It's okay if you
we're
cry,
re-
bro.
We're really here.
Yeah.
And then I look down and I see him with the sword, like he's in a martial art pose.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
you know, he's in a martial art pose. He looks at me and I'm just like, yeah, we're supposed to be here. And you were there too. So thank you, Mr. B, because of you, we did that, man.
We did that thing.
We did that as a team, and we were able to.
So we're still doing things, huh?
Yes, sir. I mean,
And then since I am now retired this year, and so
From
I'll be doing
teaching?
a lot from teaching. I retired this year, and so I'm going to be doing. I got a lot of shows and things in mind. I'm going to do a one-man show with a little singing and performing.
Nice.
But also I have a couple other ideas called Words for Men Only. It's going to be called Menologues.
Okay.
I did a program for some folks a little while ago, a project called Momologues. It's all about people talking about their mothers, their grandmothers, and everything. Like I said, so it was all different people. But I want this to be about men, where men give about a 2 or 3 minute thing about their lives, men individually. And I want y'all to help me with that.
hey, definitely.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you. I'm down.
I got a lot of ideas, a lot of projects I want to do.
Well, that's how it started. When we started this project, well, first we were with the different radio station. Shout out to Texas Radio. When we
Shout
were,
out.
they gave us our shot.
What's up, Smiley?
And when we were doing with
What's up,
them, then it just, I don't know whatever reason it just didn't work. And we all moved on. I went back to acting and doing all that. And then like a couple of years ago, I was just like, I told him, I'm like, bro, I got to get back on.
Yeah.
I have this itch.
Yes.
And at that time, he was, busy with his life, and I was just like, it just didn't feel right. The moment didn't feel right.
It wasn't the season.
Yeah, and years go by, and then like I think right after COVID, around there.
Yeah, it was. I would say it was around COVID. You were like, hey,
I'm going crazy.
hey, let's go ahead and do our podcast. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I think at the time I was still traveling. I was like, yeah, I will do it over Zoom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then I stopped traveling for work, and man, he's like, I think we should do our podcast. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're doing it.
I think
full steam ahead.
Yeah, and then we started that, and he goes, "What are you gonna call it?" Though I was like, "Cancel." I said, "Cancel." He goes, "Nah, the Cancel Show." And after that, it just stuck.
Yeah.
And every time I told somebody, they were like, "Dude, that sounds great. I want to be part of it." So
Yeah.
so that's how that started. And
Yeah, it's a good thing. So it's good. I'm glad, Steve, because we still think it's a different season now.
Yeah.
You guys, y'all's things is kicking and my thing's about to kick into gears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever we could do, Mr. P. You're like
well,
your
whatever
family.
I could do also too.
Yeah.
You know,
Nah,
and,
you just be you. Be
no,
cool.
just be me. Okay. All right.
Yeah, cool
So
OG.
the things I'm gonna do, it's I'm gonna just like I said, I'm gonna start doing maybe a small podcast eventually. It's kind of good
Awesome.
to see this because this is interesting to see how you got things set up. I want to do one in my little studio at the house.
Oh, yeah.
And gonna do my little voiceover work there. So I'm gonna look at. I got a nice demo reel. I'm gonna send out to some station. And I love to be doing some on air stuff, just like you guys are doing, and I am just proud of you.
Whenever you want to come up here, Mr. P, come up here.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We're trying.
Yeah.
I remember when we were thinking about because before because we have a 2-hour block now.
Okay.
Before we were doing a 50-minute block and stuff like that, and we were like, kind of trying to figure out what we wanted to do with the show and stuff like that. I was like, oh man, we should have guests. It's like, yeah, we should. It's like, well, who should be our first guest? And he was like, Mr. Pete, and I was like, yes,
I was like
100%.
It's full
100%.
circle. I have to pay my homage. To me, I'm a person that we got to pay homage to the ones before us. That the reason we're here or that I'm here, it would be because of you, my other teacher, my martial art teacher. So I like, what best way did they come back and say, look, this is what I'm doing now.
That's beautiful. I'm the first guest.
Yes, sir.
The first guest,
number one, numero uno.
Yeah. When he said Mr. Pete, I was like, yes,
Yes.
We're gonna kick this thing on off then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember meeting you because the first time I ever met you was from the Manpower and just your overall demeanor, presence, knowledge, and wisdom had such an impact. I mean, you and I didn't have a long interaction, but it was impactful. So I consider you just as much of a mentor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mr. P was,
just showing me by example.
Well, a lot of things, as I've heard this before, a lot of things are not just taught. A lot of things are caught.
Yeah, yeah, I caught a lot of things.
Come on now, just
Yeah,
catch things from people.
Yeah,
their
I was-
spirit, their energy, their loyalty, respect.
Yeah,
I
your
just-
whole
just
vibration,
treat people,
yeah.
treat folks right. That's all. Treat people with respect and kindness. As I tell the kids, and I tell people now, I'll bend over backwards for you, but I ain't gonna bend over forward.
yeah. He said that when we were in school. I do that.
Remember that one?
Yeah. So I'll bend over backwards for you, but I'll never bend over for you. Mr. B.
oh, that's what I'm
So when
talking
you
about.
guys go, what are some of the plans you guys have? What's happening with? I mean, this is enough right here. What's going on? You teaching school and you teaching martial arts?
I
and
teach
stuff?
martial arts, but I've been doing that and actually it's a funny story that
Almost
I
2
never
years
wanted to
now?
be a teacher. I never wanted to be a teacher. There was a point in time in my life where I was just partying, drugs, just women and tons. And but
I mean, seriously, I couldn't go anywhere in Fort Worth without running into one of his exes. It was just like, oh, come on, bro.
yeah.
I'm not trying to go to Dallas every time I want to go to the grocery store.
I just want to go to the corner store.
Go to the corner
Yeah.
store. Exactly. Hey, have you seen Manny?
No.
No, I haven't seen Manny.
Right.
I didn't know Manny had it like that.
Nah, Manny was never.
You have to write a book, Manny.
Nah,
I got problems. I don't
that's
know what's going on
called
with
that's
these
called
girls
snitching,
that-
Mr. B.
That's just
That is snitching. No, you know what? But the thing is that I changed my ways. When I started teaching, I started getting students that were just like myself. And what I mean is like trouble. They go through stuff what I went through. And I never wanted to be the teacher. I never did until this man here. He was like,
It took me It took me like 2 full years of convincing him.
it started like, hey, bro, you should start teaching. You got the knowledge.
Yes.
Teach. And I was like, whatever, bro. Get out of your mind. I don't want to do that.
Pass the bottle.
Pass the
Like,
bottle.
okay, I'll still pass the bottle, but
Yeah. And
shout out
after-
to McCormick.
we get sponsored by them. But and I started doing that. And then when I started teaching this kid from Honduras, and it was one kid first. And that kid brought more kids. And then before I looked up, I had 12 students.
Yep.
And then that 12 students brought another 12 students. And from there, I just started seeing the pattern that we need more mentors. We need people to step up. We need people
Especially
to.
men.
Yes.
Oh, say it louder for the people in the back, bro.
Come
This
on
is
now.
men.
Yeah,
And then
I want to do something for kids, for young men too. So that's
Yes.
another little project I have.
Well,
So
count
we
us
need to
in.
work something out on
Yeah,
that too. For young
because
men.
I started with a prop. One of my students had a property where I would teach every Saturday, and and that's where I fell in love with the work because I had kids from different ethnicities. Africans from
International
Vietnam.
team.
Yeah, it was just beautiful, and
Right.
and nobody and some of the Mexicans didn't even speak English, but we understood martial arts. We understood a punch is a punch, a kick's a kick, and everybody was into it.
Good.
So and it made me fall in love. It showed me that I can be, someone positive and change the way
Have an impact. on
have
it.
an impact. And like I said, just like what you did with me, if it wasn't for the theater arts, I don't know where I would really be without this and martial arts. Because martial arts helps me choreograph fight scenes and do
right, yeah.
stunts. Acting, it helps me perform. It's I'm able to use the methods you taught me, and it's worked. I've actually won awards just from the methods that you taught me, and they work.
Emmy nominated.
Yeah,
You know.
Not to brag, but I like to brag.
What's so interesting about that too is that when I was at ODY a couple of years ago, I was a swim coach.
Really?
Yeah, I love to swim. I'm a swimmer. And,
Michael Phelps over here. Okay.
Michael Phelps, Black Phelps. But
When you warm
my
up that
school
water,
was
though.
the kids were from Afghanistan, from Mexico, from Africa. I had an international team, and I loved it. I know what you mean. It's a little work.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I learned so much about that. Also, I learned so much about let people be who they are.
Yeah.
Let people. You don't have to try to change nobody's religion or quit tripping on that stuff. I believe what I believe. You believe what you want to believe. Ain't none of my business. And every day, one of my prayers is let me mind my own business.
Right?
I ain't got nothing to do with who's doing who, where they doing, or why they doing it. Ain't none of my business.
Yeah.
I just got to focus on me and take care of my. This is my journey,
yeah.
And so, but like I said, those kids taught me so much about patience and it's all the same in human experience.
Yes.
It's all the same.
And that's how me and him
Exactly.
believe. Like when we do this,
Yeah, we 99% all the same anyway.
Exactly. We people are people.
Yeah.
We can all like our circle of friends, and I consider Manny and I, our Venn diagram of friends interacts. It's almost like one big circle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's a whole international team. We got white, black, Mexican, Asian.
That's what it's supposed to be.
And we all just people. We all high side. We
real
all get along.
That's
Yeah.
the world. That's right.
yeah, that's how it
good.
should be.
That's how it should be.
Exactly.
I'm cool with everybody as long as they don't put ketchup on their steak.
Oh Lord.
I feel you, dude.
You know what?
I feel you.
That should be a law
I
right
feel
there.
you.
A1 steak sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear, if you come to me
I want to
with
hear
a
that
good steak-
story. There's a story behind.
I just don't think ketchup goes on steak.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's
And
not a.
if you think otherwise, like we just can't be friends.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I feel you.
I've never.
I mean,
seen
everybody
Over there
gotta
in the
have
corner,
boundaries.
weirdo.
This is where I draw the line right there.
This is where I draw the line. There's people that put ketchup on their steak, and then there's normal people.
Yeah.
There's.
And then if you get a well done steak and put ketchup on it,
Nah, that's you should
you
just.
say you need your own country. Like I don't even.
Yeah,
Want
you should get your ass
see
whooped
you.
for that. Just-
But what? Okay, I just want to make sure it's dead. Okay.
I just want to
That's
make sure
all.
it's dead.
I don't have a problem with well done steaks, but if you put ketchup on it,
All right. I mean, barbecue sauce.
Yeah, barbecue sauce. What you want?
steak sauce.
Just some steak sauce. Right?
I mean,
I'm the
I feel
kind
like-
of guy that eats steak with just steak,
Okay. Would you,
maybe some garlic butter.
Ooh.
Trust me, you do that.
You just get
It's gonna
hungry
change
over
your life.
I've been doing a lot. Speaking of that, I've been doing a lot of that too. I love to cook. You probably seen some of my stuff. Love to cook, so I've been thinking about doing these big old things in Chile. So all these ideas, it was my time. I almost feel like I was kind of being pushed out, and this whole COVID stuff really kind of just like, it's time to get up out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want to come back in here. And the thing that really was, and it's another thing I had in my mind about school education is I thought about writing a play a long time ago. I did a play with Alfred Woodard, Big Alfred. She was called Pot People and Patriotic Paraphernalia. That's her first show. I was in Tulsa before she went off to L.A. and blew up.
Yeah.
Right.
But now the new play I'm thinking about is parents, people, paperwork, and politics in the school.
I like it.
Hey,
I like it.
Politics is you got to do this. Grades. You got grades to do. You got flex hours to do. I said, can I just go home and just chill, have a cold one sometime? I got to put some grades in every night.
Right.
Lesson plans.
Oh, man.
Some people just go home and chill.
Right.
But you can't do that as a teacher. It's always something to do.
Like you got so much other stuff that you don't even have time to teach.
You
Like
really don't. You really don't all the time. But I am gonna miss all them little cute honeys up in
Shake a dagger now.
Oh my God.
You're just gonna go to school for no
Okay,
reason.
just go up there and see it,
Let's go.
sweet.
Man, did I forget my pencil up here? God,
Oh, hey, everybody. You know,
everybody.
I'm gonna walk through sometimes. Hey, what's up?
hey, you know,
They
I,
call me Uncle Pete. I say, watch out. Little cute thing. That's one thing on this now. That's for sure.
So how long have you been an educator now, Mr.
I
Pete?
have been an educator for really. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me. So I went to was in the Air Force.
okay.
I'm a Vietnam veteran.
Are you? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
you don't know how old I am. I'm 68.
Shut up.
68.
You did
And
not
you-
look 68.
That's what I don't tell people my age. So I'm 68, and so I was a Vietnam veteran. I was floating around different colleges and stuff when I got kicked out of the first one because I was just.
Too cold. Are we all? Are we all?
Yeah, man. And my grades I got were what
The
did I get?
cameras
I got-
weren't here.
I got 2 C's and 1 in speech and something because I showed up every now and then. Kicked my butt straight out of school. I'm floating around, wind up, didn't want to do nothing but said, my daddy said, well, you got to go do something. So I went to the Air Force, got out, immediately jumped right back in school, finished my theater degree, and then I got one in radio television. I didn't have no money, so I went to junior college. So I got a degree in radio, television, broadcasting, one in journalism. All that stuff tied on in. While I was doing all that stuff, I was an artist in the schools, doing folk tales and stuff for kids all over.
Oh, wow.
So I've always dealt with kids. I always know how to get that attention, you know. Did all of that, and then got married. Had a son there, got married, and that thing didn't work out, and so I still have my son. That's the best part of the marriage was my son, because I had an opportunity
sometimes
to go
that
back.
is.
This really was a blessing because I had an opportunity. I was like in my mid-30s, and I went back to school on a full full scholarship.
Really?
I had to audition. I had to be with all the little kids that was twice my younger than me.
Yeah.
I had to go sing. I was in the choir. So I had my degree from the University of Tulsa, full ride now.
Hey.
It's like SMU. My degree was in theater and in music. Can't sing, can't read a note. But Negro, I can sing. I can sing. So learn classical music, everything.
Yeah.
So that's why one of the shows I wanted to do was give all the range that I have from some R&B to O cessate di piegami, o lasciatemi morire.
That was beautiful. Got that.
Boy.
Watch
I was
out.
ready
So I've been working with kids all my life, and then eventually, when I got the degree from University of Tulsa, I said, well, and got here and got married, and been married twice. Like I said, the best thing I've got is my children out these marriages. I'm scared of these girls. I'm just gonna have to have me a girlfriend. Just married some scurry to me, you know. So eventually, I said, I got to do something. I got a family. I got a family. My ex-wife is a physician, but I said, still, I'm the man. So I said, let me go on and do this teaching. This is something I've always done. So I've got certified. So I had to work on getting that certification and all that, and go through that, and eventually start teaching. So I've been in the certification game about 20 years as far as teaching, but always little kids all my life. My passions have been theater, music, and kids. So that's
That's amazing.
That's where I am.
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's what's up,
My
man.
baby just turned 20. My little girl. So I have adult sons.
Oh yeah.
I have 2 adult sons, but also when I was married, I called it my Abraham and Sarah baby. That's them old folks having babies, you know. And so she just turned 20, and I'm so happy for her, and so
Yeah.
I'm just blessed.
That
a
is
beautiful thing.
amazing.
Wow, you have lived a
I
life.
have been on radio stations in Tulsa all over. If I got me a little gig somewhere in the evening, 3 or 4 hours, I would love that. And so that's just always been my life. I had a full, blessed life. It's been some hell now.
Haven't we all? Haven't we all? Yeah.
It's been tough. I get up sometimes and say, Lord, this thing is complicated out there. I said, I'm sure happy for it, but boy, it sure is complicated sometimes.
Oh man.
So I've really been blessed. I've done all of the things. I made no whole bunch of money, but you know what? I've done everything I wanted to do. I've done all the things I wanted to do, but I just never. But I think now I'm going to go to a whole nother level. I really feel that some doors and things are going to open that are going to take me, open up some doors going to push me to a whole
Tell him to
nother
call
level.
back.
There you go.
Can you send a message? Tell him to call back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we'll take call-ins a little later.
I'm sorry, brother.
No, go ahead.
Has there ever been a time in your life where you just wanted to quit teaching? Like, did you ever just said,
there's been only times in life I wanted to quit. Life, period. Teaching. This stuff is hard, crazy out here.
It's real. It's
You
real.
get your little heart broke sometimes. You're doing your best to be the best
Oh.
that you can. And when you're loving and nurturing and say, baby, I will run your bath water. I will paint this house if you need me to.
Yeah.
Then you give your all, and all of a sudden they just spit on you like,
Oh, it's real. That's real.
Real in the field.
yeah.
Oh, man.
And one time I went to my mama like that. I said, Mama, I'm doing the best I can. I love the woman trying. She said, baby, just because you do right don't mean people gonna do right by you.
Oh, that is
I looked
facts.
at it, I said, dang, Mama, I was looking for some
You're not supposed to say that.
Mama,
Mama,
you told the truth. Though.
Yeah, that's so.
It's like, Bobby, you not gonna smooth that over? You
yeah,
ain't gonna
smooth that a little bit.
sugarcoat that a little bit,
She
a little
said,
bit.
baby, that stuff happens. You know,
Yeah.
that's what she told me. I said, yeah, you're right. So I'm really cautious about, who I hang with, what my diet is, people, and done a little dating, but I'm trying to finding at this age and stage. I've still got all this energy, Lord. I got to do something about this.
Gotta get him a girl, ladies.
I know, these guys-
If you have a tia, grandma.
No, and he gives me something. Speech, you need some Viagra, don't you? I say, Negro, I need some Unagra. This thing is getting on my nerves.
Mr. P said he out of high school.
Yeah.
Some parts of him still is.
That's what I tell little kids in school. I said, your little baby's trying to roll. I said, baby, little girl can't do nothing for me but show me what grown woman is.
You can't do nothing but introduce me to your mama.
To your tia.
Right.
So I'm really, you just have to guard your heart. You have to just can't let everybody into your heart. And I have to tell those kids that all the time. They be so concerned about relationships and who like me.
Oh,
Get these
my
folks,
God.
everybody care about what. Get over it.
Yeah.
You're going to get your heart broke. You're going to get your heart broken. You're going to break somebody's heart.
Facts.
I've been on
Come
both
on
sides of
now.
that.
Facts.
Me too.
That just.
Facts.
That's life.
You gonna be on both sides of that.
Sides.
Yeah, same here, and that's actually one of my problems is having pushing people away, because trust issues.
Yeah.
You don't know who to trust, and
Yeah.
and ever since we started this, I'm more aware of who's around me,
Absolutely.
what actually what I eat. People that if they're not trying to do nothing, then I'm wasting my time.
That's absolutely right.
So I mean, I agree on that with that.
Absolutely. I had a young lady that I was talking to recently, classmate, cute as she can be, still cute. And I had to say cute.
Shout outs.
And,
Hey, cutie.
I had to tell her, I said, no, listen, but I found myself doing all the giving. And I said, no, wait a minute, I said, no, listen, just can you call me sometime and say, hi, how was your day? You doing all right? So I was in pursuit. I went to her house one time, stayed with her. She put me up the stairs, this big old house she got. And she said, you want anything? I said, yeah, I want some. I cooked dinner for her.
Okay. Hey, at least you wine and dine there, Mr. B. Like,
And then, but after a while, it was not reciprocal. I had to tell her a couple of months went, about 4 months in, I said, baby girl, I think we just gonna have to be friends because you're still special to me, but all this kind of, and you know what, after that, we've gotten closer after that. After I read the line, I said, oh, hell no. Yeah, I need a little something too in this relationship.
It set your boundaries.
So yeah, it had to be reciprocated. What's the point? You just giving and then getting nothing in return. What's the point?
Yeah.
Where's this going?
see, and that's crazy that you said, Mr. B, because a lot of men now would just still
They'll
be in
just
the
keep
same.
pouring.
Yeah.
That's why I say you got that old school player thing, where see, we need more men like that.
I done learned through life.
Yeah.
Stop being used, fellas.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Tell
Thank
him.
you.
You okay,
Yep.
D?
I'm gonna have to do the Kevin Samuels on it.
I saw your profile picture. I thought that was really Kevin Samuels. People don't know Mr. P was just looking straight into the.
I'm just saying.
Look at Mr. P, Kevin Samuels' brother over here.
That tickles me. Some of the women, because some of these women are so opinionated and so. I want a high value man and all that. What you bringing to the table?
4 kids.
Yeah, some kids, some coaches. Is that what you got? Some coaches?
Yeah.
Cool. You get that anywhere. Get that quicker than you get a hamburger.
The level of delusion. Like,
Really?
oh, well, I'm about a 7 or 8. He's like,
Are you though?
but yo,
Yeah.
man, if you don't get your fat ass off my. Oh, Kevin said,
Oh Lord. How tall are you? 5'1"? And how much you weigh? That ain't none of your business. Get your fat ass off.
He's like, none of your business, but you want a man that's 6 foot.
Yeah.
I never understood
ain't none
that.
of your
Women
business.
be this tall, 3'11".
I'm a snack.
Yeah.
I'm
like,
snack.
No, you a whole dinner, woman.
Nah, I'm like, no, chick, you're food poisoning. That's what you are.
Food for real. That's it.
No, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some ladies out there that are, and you know what? And I can honestly say that I have met amazing women in my life that I look up to and that I respect.
Yes.
But women like the ones we're talking about gives women like that a bad rep.
Yes.
Some good ones out there.
But there are
Shout
good
out
men.
to wifey.
That's right.
There are good men.
There's good brothers out there.
And I'm talking to two guys right here that are great men, that have standards, that are carry themselves as great men.
That's right.
But yet I've seen women just go over a great man just to go with the dude that offers nothing.
That's right.
So I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
That's part of this game, with this thing that's called life, you know.
It's the hookup culture now, Mr.
It's
Pete.
the hookup culture. Now tell me, what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, it's all about the wham bam, thank you,
It
man.
is,
You know,
ain't it?
just
Yeah.
it's no
and that's
longer.
on both sides. But the
It
thing
is.
is,
But we're both pointing the finger at each other. No, it's the girls. It's the guys.
it's
both.
both sides. It's both sides
sides.
that's messing up the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are.
Yeah.
They're not. The thing is, there used to be a thing. I know, Mr. Pete know what I'm talking about. There used to be a thing called courting.
Right.
A little thing called dating.
Right.
What is this?
Yeah, a little thing where we're like, hey, I kind of like you. Okay, I kind of like you too. Well, let's go and hang out.
Let's see if we can,
Let's go hang out for a little bit.
absolutely
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it works out, okay, then I'll spend a little more time.
Right, right.
If not, then all right, cool. We'll
yeah,
go our
yeah,
separate ways.
yeah,
No
absolutely.
hurt feelings.
That's
I'm not
right.
blasting you on Facebook.
That's right.
You know, there used to be time for that.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, well, after the second, third date, well, what are we doing with our life? I don't know.
Wait
I
a
don't know
minute.
I don't know what I'm doing for lunch tomorrow. What are you? What am I supposed to
So
know?
what I tell them this too. I will give you the world. You ain't gotta be perfect.
Hey.
No. You just gotta be worth it.
Hey.
Come on now. Ain't that right?
Thanks.
Cause I will leave the door open. All right,
You see me?
Hey, I'm
You
here
see me?
for
I'm
it.
in the
I'm here
background
for it.
doing this.
Exactly. I'm about to get in my boy band like. I'm
I'm gonna wait out for Mr. Pete's album dropping this summer, guys. You better look out.
Hey,
You saw me, Mr. Pete? I still got it. Just
that's right.
oh
gotta be
man.
worth it. That's all it is. Just
Old
gotta
but
be
new by Mr. Pete.
worth it. Old but new. Yeah. Old but new.
Can I borrow a feeling?
Old but new.
But that's the thing, Mr. Pete, that nobody, it's not, as people are not honest no more. Now, if instead of working it out or being like, man, maybe we should talk, communicate, no, you just swipe left. Next chick. Because it's so easy to get with somebody now.
Yeah.
I remember when, and this wasn't too long ago, 2005, I used to have to call the girl over the phone and, and be like, hey, how are you? Conversate.
Right.
Instead of just, now nobody conversates. We all text.
Yeah.
I'm old school like that because
Yeah,
I like to conversate.
Exactly.
Because I get to read your tone. I
Ladies
know.
like that too. They like for us to talk to them too.
Nah, some do. I
Some
mean,
do,
I don't know.
some,
Every
yeah.
chick I've ever dealt with only text me.
wanna text?
Yeah, I was just like, oh, you're not the one. And it's crazy. I think you remember this. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but what I used to do back in the day was take women to fast food places on dates. And you used to tell me, boy, you ain't no good. I don't know if you remember that. I don't know if you remember that. 'Cause you used to get on me. I would tell you about my dates. I took her to McDonald's, Mr. Pete, and you'd be like, boy, you ain't no good. And I'll be like, well, remember, if she doesn't complain, then she's worth talking to. Well, right?
And that means she wants to see him,
Me.
not just get a free meal at
that's
Olive
right,
Garden.
that's right.
So that way, if nothing happens or I'm not disappointed, I wasted $10. I'm okay with that.
That's true.
Wait, you spending $10 at McDonald's?
Oh man! See, oh my man!
I need to go to McDonald's with you.
Shoot.
Big balling over there.
That means you getting
Back
the
then, $10 was a little money.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
10 years ago.
Right?
You getting a meal and fries? Shoot.
Sometimes we dollar
Should a
menu.
guy pay for the first date? What do you think about
I
that?
still-
'Cause
I still
ladies
do.
are listening now. They want to know.
I still do. I believe in. Well, I
What if
mean,
she wants to pay for the first date?
I'm okay with that
Let
too.
her have it.
I've had that before too.
You ain't got to worry about nothing after if she pay, you ain't got to give out. She ain't got to give out nothing. She's
Well,
for the day.
Well, if she pays for the date, I'm old school. I give it up.
I mean,
Give it up. I'm just saying.
Hey, girl, come
I'm just
here.
saying. All right, just
I'm
you
gonna leave the
know.
door open.
I put out the red light.
I'm not even gonna front. This is yours.
You know, ring the bell.
Yeah,
You know,
right. Come on.
Just remember my name in the morning. I'm not saying none of that. I don't even care.
man, you so easy.
I'm sorry, but yeah.
How long? How long we gonna be here up in here, guys? You know, I don't want to stay. I want to stay a little bit longer, talk to you, but I know y'all got 2 hours, huh?
Yeah, we still got time.
Mr.
Yeah,
P,
you,
You
I
could
want
be
to talk
here.
a little bit more, and I am. I'm getting my butt on out of here.
You
no. Let's talk, man. We still got all these questions. The next question, though. But I will say this, though. How long? When was it? If you can go back in time, what would you tell yourself? Would you still be a teacher, or what would you change?
You know what? When I was in the 3rd grade, I had a little vision. This is really interesting. I was interesting because back in the day, they used to like cigarettes and pipes and stuff. So I was in the 3rd grade, and I had my legs crossed, and I was imagining myself smoking a pipe and giving money to my students that came and asked me for money. And I was a teacher. This is a 3rd grade vision.
Wow.
I was, 8 years old?
Right.
And thought I was in love with this little girl. But I've always been trying to be, here, give this to babies. And God has always made me a giver. And but that's part of who I am. I am a teacher.
Wow.
I'm a teacher. So I can't help it.
So it's been in you.
It's been in me.
But like I said, we need more teachers like you, Mr. P. If we could have more teachers like you, then I think we would have more leaders like myself, but more like us, and pass that forward. Look at me now.
Each
I'm
one
actually-
teach one.
I'm actually
That's
passing
right.
that forward.
Each one teach one. That's right.
And I mean, you can catch me Sundays teaching. I have a group of people that I teach out there, right there in East Side of Fort Worth.
Okay.
I mean, every Sunday I do it for free.
Well, once I get my little camera and get some I'm about to buy me some equipment and stuff so I can shoot, since I already shoot. I'm going to, my company is Press On Production, so I'm going to do that kind of stuff too. So
Nice.
if you need to shoot some promos and stuff like that, and I'm trying right now, I'm working on getting me an LLC. Okay. I'm working on just trying to ways to save me money, and also, these little PPP loans they saying they're running out, but they still got money there for entertainers and all kind of stuff that's out there available. So I'm trying
that's
to
what's
that
up.
kind of stuff, a little more business.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now that you're not in the educational system,
Right,
stuff like that.
right.
Okay. So what made you say, okay, it's time for me to get out the educational system? Was it one thing, or was it just a straw that broke the camel's back?
Just things, just stuff. It's that COVID kind of was after this COVID came, and then you have 3 kids in the classroom and 20 online.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I think this year what they're going to do is probably have 20 in the classroom and
3
5 online.
Right.
Okay.
So same old kind of stuff, and something aspects about it were good because sometimes some of the kids wouldn't show up at school. So if they didn't show up in class, so you got that hour and a half.
You'll be like, I'm still getting paid.
Yeah, I'm still getting paid. That's right. So that was kind of nice about that, but it still was. It was just time. It was just time. I think it was just a prompting in my little spirit said, "Boy, you better do this while you can."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a season.
Was your creative juices, they was kind of flowing, overflowing?
Yeah,
you wanted
it's
to
time
start
to go.
this
It's
and that?
time to go do something. So do something different.
Yeah.
And like I said, I just really feel in my heart that I really just feel this God just kind of trying to take me to a whole nother level. And
Yeah.
And like I said, I still have the spunk in me and the drive and the strength. Mm-hmm. Still trying to work out. I ride and swim. I got some jacked up shoulders. I don't hit my weights as much, but I still stay in that pool and ride my bike and trying to keep it together. Trying to keep it together for old school.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good, bro.
Yeah,
Looking
man.
good, bro.
Yeah, that's what I don't tell people my age and some of these little young honey niggas.
Yeah. You don't want to even
Look,
know.
you don't even know.
You don't
You
even
done fell in
know.
love.
It's already too late.
Too late.
So who do you turn for advice, Mr. People?
That was a good question you thought of. When I read that, I was like, who do I turn to for advice? Man.
Like when you go through a hard time, because I can tell you this: there's been times where I want to quit teaching, because it's a big weight on your shoulders. And I'll call him, I'll call my teacher, and I'm just like, I got to hang up the cape. Like, I can't be Superman every day. It gets tiring. And
That's right.
and to me, it becomes, and then, like I said, it's so much because people don't see they only see the outs from the
That's
outside.
absolutely right.
There's been times where I hug somebody and I know it's okay because they're going through domestic violence or they're going through, whatever they may be going through. And I'm just like, man, who do I?
Who do I go to?
Yeah. And
How do I spell relief?
Yeah. Right. And there's times where I'm just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't do this. Like, I can't believe humans are this cruel. Like, I can't, you know what I mean?
Absolutely right.
So who do you turn to? Like, what do you do to be like, woosah?
Well, first of all, I have to go with my faith, my belief.
Okay.
I go with my Heavenly Father. I got a good relationship with Him. He know I'm crazy.
Uh-huh.
He ain't surprised about nothing I do. He says, "Boy, I ain't surprised about nothing you do. I know you. I still love you. You're crazy." That and then after that, maybe a little tequila and a monster.
Tequila always does the. Yeah.
But I really don't have anybody that's that. And that is, when you read that, I said, man, who do I go to? Besides Heavenly Father, I got maybe one or two, because I don't have a big posse. You got to keep your posse small,
Yes.
So I got just a couple partners, and maybe my baby sister, but I got a couple partners I can talk to, but really, the Heavenly Father is really the primary. I can tell him anything.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
crazy.
Not surprised by it.
I am. I got these issues. Lord help me. But, I keep telling him. I said, Father, why? I thought this stuff is supposed to be diminishing by now.
It's supposed to be getting
Boy,
easy.
you better be glad you be telling me. Boy, you better be glad you got that.
Yeah.
Just learn how to manage yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my God.
Just manage that stuff.
That's just funny.
So do you truly believe that the way the educational system is now is a lot different with the students and teachers? Do you think it's changed, or do you feel like there's ways that you can improve that?
I think it could be. One thing I saw toward the end of this year, one of my babies that was from part of Africa, pretty little thing, big old cheekbones. A lot of little black kids would tell her, "Oh, what's wrong with you? You ugly." They just jealous, hating. And she came from another country. So even I had it in my class a couple of years ago. I always noticed that it was always average work. And I think there was a little bit of comprehension in there sometimes that she didn't quite understand things. So I think some of the kids, that particularly ones who come from other countries, they need to be maybe tested a little differently.
Right.
To see about their comprehension on things.
Yeah.
Because she didn't think she was going to pass this year, and she did, and she graduated. But some of that stuff just don't come a cultural thing. They just don't get it. So I think they need to have better testing for those type of students for sure.
Right.
Okay. So, all right, so Mr. Pete, it's probably not on the list, but okay, you got a magic wand. You can fix America's educational system. You got one thing that you could change. What would you do? What would you change?
One thing, the educational system.
We're all looking at you.
I know, right?
Give them teachers some more money.
I think if they got more money, they would
Give
be.
them some more
Yes.
money. They'll stay in the game longer.
I say 100%.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I say 100%.
All
Yes.
the work they do, the paperwork, the stuff after school, and
Yes.
give them some more money. Start them out about 70.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
Yeah, they wouldn't
Yes.
be leaving.
Yeah.
Get a little time in. Yeah.
So my mumsy raised me. She's been an educator and stuff like that. My grandmother's an educator. Grandfather. I come from family educators, right? And so I've seen what they do. I have graded. We've had grading parties at the house.
Really?
Mr. P,
That's
I
where
know.
you know,
I
don't
know you. You know what I'm talking about. The grading parties. I'm telling you, got your kids grading papers. Like, look, here's the key. Here's your stack. Go.
I ain't got no more time in
I
the day.
have no more time. Like, yes, I have been there. Right.
You know.
Child, if you want some dinner, you're gonna grade these papers.
I'm just saying, you got to finish the stack. Yes, I know spaghetti is ready, but this snack needs to be ready before then.
Grade it in. You got to put them in the. Then you got to put them in the book.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Now, once you grade these, go ahead and put them in the book.
You know.
I'm just saying.
That's gonna wear you out.
I look over at Mr. Peters and says, oh, no.
just saying,
He
so-
got a flashback over here.
I know.
Yeah, so I always thought, I was like, I'm seeing all this work. I was like, you know what? If teachers were paid per hour and got overtime,
Oh Lord.
Bruh.
Nah, I think we would have. Actually, we would have.
Teachers work at minimum 12 hours a day.
Or not.
Minimum.
Absolutely.
And a good one works 14 to
They
16.
do. They are.
Well, we would
That's
have more
facts.
people wanting to be teachers instead of being
Yes.
these dumbasses like music or podcasters or just YouTubers. We would have more people trying to teach. Go into the educational
Yeah.
system.
Pay them
think
some
so.
more money. Pay them some more money.
Yeah.
That's them long hours. Them some long hours. Like you said, I was getting flashbacks over there.
When I said grading parties, you
Killing
knew what
some
it
money now too.
What's
School
that?
being out and everything.
Uh-huh.
It's like I have to. I'm getting used to this retirement life.
Really?
It's kind of a trip.
Kind of like it, don't you?
I am like it. So what's nice, have me a little cold ones in the evening, chill, watch the game. I'm always listening to music. I have on Facebook, I put a little music out and everything. And I've got people that are following me, probably, I'm just old, new, brand new, old school, everything. And that's why I kind of thought about doing my own little kind of podcast or.
You should.
You
program,
should,
something
Mr.
like
Pete.
that,
I
with
would
just
listen
music
in
and
all the
stuff like
time.
that. But it's weird because it's kind of my day now. I was like, I can kind of get up, go to bed when I want to, and I get up and just have me a little quiet time, have me a little something. I try to eat a little fruit or something in the morning. Have my little quiet. That was really good for me. And then at least 3 or 4 times a day, I jump on my bike, my inside bike, and stuff like that. And I got to just bought me a house about almost 2 years ago.
Oh,
got me a nice
congrats.
little crib, so I'm just kind of fixing it up. And when I get back home today, I've got some stuff I'm working on. So
Okay.
I'm just enjoying that. But what I see happens to a lot of folks, and particularly guys that are my age or that have retired, they ain't doing jack. You gotta
Yes.
stay busy.
Yes.
You'll go
You
crazy.
go crazy.
Just because you retired doesn't mean you stop working.
No, I've refired is what I had. I ain't retired. I'm refiring is what I'm finna do.
Yeah, because now you have the time, so now that excuse is gone.
Absolutely right.
Before it
I
was
have to
like,
set up. I have to make sure.
Yeah.
And I always do lists every day. I see them allergies messing with y'all too.
Yeah.
I have to do a list every day, and I've always done this for 20, 30 years. I have to look cause my mind will go bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
So if I
I'm
put
with
a
you.
list down, it keeps the order to stroll. You got to get this done today. You got to get this done today. So I always have a list.
Remind me of him.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do
He's like that.
You do too?
Yeah, if I don't do a list, if I don't make a list, then I don't do anything.
That's right. And then you be looking for your list. Sometimes.
I be looking for a
list.
And I'm the opposite. I'm a scatterbrain. I'm over here. I'm everywhere.
Well, I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah. No, I am. He can tell you, like, when we start the show, a lot of times he's more organized than I am. And I'm just like, I show up and I wing it. Let's make magic happen. It's going to happen. Yeah.
But it works though.
But it works because
You
I'm
have
great
to-
at
That's
it.
kind of more what classrooms were. My classes were like that, structured,
Told
but
you. Improvise.
improvisational. Where we could just do different things. It wouldn't have to be all set in stone. Make it a little flexible.
I call it organized chaos.
We
Organized
really are.
chaos. That's what it was.
Well, with that being said, Mr. Pete, have you seen? Well, back then, I think we had a little bit more respect towards our elders and teachers. Minds,
Right. Absolutely.
right?
Oh, for
Have
sure.
you seen nowadays?
Ooh.
The students want to fight the teachers. How do you feel about that? Because actually, we have a clip of you fighting one of the. Nah,
Put down.
Mr. Pete said he fight kids.
I'll fight a kid.
I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose this job. I can get another job.
He's always said that. I can get another job.
I get a job. Kid.
Now you better leave me alone.
So there was this one where, like I said, it's like the student is fighting the teacher, and the teacher got fired.
yeah.
And I'm just like, see, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah. Oh this here. Oh yeah.
You seen
Yeah.
that one before?
Yeah, I think I've seen. Yeah.
What are your feelings on, or what are your
Get on
thoughts
up there.
on stuff like that? Like,
Well, as I said, if I'm gonna do my best to be as peaceful as possible, but if you put your hands on me, it's gonna be on and popping. So I'm saying I got an audience
Yeah.
right here, witnesses that saw everything.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to go down to.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
there you go. You're not that guy. That's all, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying
No,
is
do
that.
No, it's a lot of them like that too. But kind of like you were talking about earlier, but some of them come from so much brokenness, and
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
that's why you try to. If you see the ones like that, I do my best to try to create some type of relationship.
Right.
Well, see, that's what I think
what
with,
you
and I know that
See,
because
that's what-
I remember
that's
that.
what I'm talking
That and
That's
I've
why he
always-
has such an impact on you, right?
Yeah, he did because, like I said, he never treated me as a kid. He's
He
always
reached
taught me
out to you instead of
he
backed
talked to
away.
me like there was times where I'm telling you I didn't want to do something. He goes, "Hey, how hard is this? You just got to do this and you're done.
Yeah.
After that, you can get on your phone, listen to your music.
That's what I tell them.
And
Do
I'm
what
like,
you got to do first.
do what you got to do. I mean, as long as the test is done.
Right.
And after that, it's whatever you
Yeah,
want.
it's your time.
And of course, I would talk to everybody around me. So I would hurry up and do my work. And, you know, it was to me, no, I was like,
I still tell them that too.
I think I had a whole, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I had a fan club in your class. So
Yeah, you did have a little fan club.
I told you.
But he shy.
I could pop up, but I ain't gonna say I'll send you a text that she sent. I'll send it to you.
They married now, Mr. P.
Yeah, I know.
They married. They got kids.
I know. And had a kid. I don't know if they was married.
Yeah, and she knows what
Don't be breaking up a happy night.
She's single.
Wasn't too happy.
She's single. Hey, sweetie. But yeah, I'm telling you, man.
They're rough out there. So you try, and then what I do also, even when I see them, particularly like I said, young men, when I see them kind of got a little, I said, like I was just thinking about one a few months ago. Just saw him in a little area over there, kind of had his head. I said, man, you all right? You need anything? And even when they come in and they do, I said, listen, man, if you ever need anything, and also tell the girls this too. I said, if anybody's messing with you, bullying you, just come get me, okay? I'll get that straight. I'll straighten that right out. And little boys sometimes their head all down, and you don't try to get into their whole life and everything.
Right.
But just want to make sure they're all right. If you need somewhere to come chill, and so sometimes that big old theater room I had in there, even over at ODY, big old huge room, I let them just come in there sometime, and they weren't doing anything. And just come on in my room. I'd rather for you being here chilling with me and then roaming around out in the hall somewhere.
I did that.
Not doing nothing.
I did that a couple of times. Go in there, just hang out with you.
Yeah, my room was so big. That room I had over there at Y was so big. I had pillows and stuff.
It's the biggest. Yeah.
Big as this right in here. So I have to throw a pillow out, put a good movie in. After work has been done, we've done our assignment. Then I give you some questions over the movie, and you lay up there. And if all your work is done, you caught up and everything, you can even take a nap.
Yeah. Yeah. See, we need more teachers like that.
Yeah, go to sleep. Be still. Don't leave me alone.
So you were filling that gap because I hear you talking about, especially with young men. So as you've been in the educational system, you've seen how the lack of male presence in both men and women's life, boys and girls' lives, how it has impacted them. So this whole idea of, it just seems like this whole idea, the new thing is that men are disposable. Well, we're looking at the results of what happens when men are disposable.
Well, no, honest. Because a lot of people, what you're saying, they're trying to twist it to their facts. But if people like Mr. Peters are able to tell you, no, we need men, is like what you're saying. Let's keep it honest. We need men.
Yeah.
That's going to tell you the truth, too.
There you go.
That's going to speak the truth and love to you. Like I said, even the baby. And then the little kids come in from different countries or somewhere like that. And I just think about a little girl the other day from Afghanistan, and she just didn't quite know what to say because she knew she probably would never see it. It's kind of touchy. And that's what she was trying to do. She was like, she just wanted to stay around me. And her little Afghani buddy, man, she was graduating. She just didn't. She just wanted to be around, and almost like she said, "Well, my brother likes you, Mr. Pete, and I think I'm gonna Facebook him so I can kind of stay in touch with her,
Yeah.
But they just like, I really was bad at the beginning, man. Kids leave, I cried like a baby. I kind of got, oh no,
They get to you, Mr.
I had to get a little better than that. I was like, I ain't gonna never see them kids.
Yeah, Mr. Pete is good about that, though. Mr. Pete doesn't hide it. He feels something, he doesn't hide it. But he makes it cool, though. He makes it cool to show your emotions. You know what I mean?
Vulnerable,
you can be a man and show emotions.
Absolutely right. You need to be. You need to show your emotions. You just can't show them to everybody.
Right.
Oh, yeah, facts.
But it's okay to have those emotions
All
later
good
feel
have
that.
to be
Yeah.
You got to be vulnerable to grow. You got the intimacy. I saw something the other day, and it really kind of, I thought about sending it to a couple of folks, this little thing on TikTok, and the thing up there is one guy's on, he said, top of it said sex. And then at the back of a part of it says, that's really not what we want. We just want to be held. We want to be looked at in the eyes. We want that intimacy is really what we're looking for. And I think that's what we all are looking for, that somebody into me see. Into me.
There you go.
I really am.
Well, everybody in here was like,
yeah.
We all nodded our hand and shook our fists. Oh, hell yeah.
Gotta be right here, Mr. Pete. I said I would cry.
Somebody hold me.
I would cry.
Well, since you're a teacher, I've always wanted to ask a teacher this. So, have you ever lost a student, like in the middle of the school year?
Oh, yes.
So, you know how teachers have to be calm and collected. How does that affect you guys?
Oh, my God.
Damn you, Duke. I wasn't ready for this.
You gotta, a couple of kids, when I was at one jumped off a bridge. One was shot. One of the little babies that was in my class, I said, didn't know. And when I was at McLean, one of my kids was a little gang thing. What happened is that Joe, little thug, yeah, Miss Pete, yeah, what's up, Miss Pete? I said, come here, boy. And I said, it was cold, so I had to take him from the OCI to somewhere else. I said, don't go get your coat, leave your coat and stuff in here in the room. So he leaves when we go into our bathroom, goes back to the room. And one of the little kids that was in there said, Mr. Pete, you know why he went back to the room? I said, why he go back? He had 2 big old bags of weed up in that coat, and he didn't want nobody to get that weed. Next thing you know, somebody, a few weeks later, somebody called me. They was looking for me because I get close to the kids, the little thugs and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Everything. And they said they was trying to, because I didn't show up that day, found that I said, Mr. Pete, Joe was killed, got shot. They knew my nature. Big old baby. And I said, what? And found that he was at some friend's house, and probably the gun went off either accidentally or something. They was trying to find the dude. Went to the funeral, all these little blood crip, all these little gangs and stuff in there. And just that stuff is, it breaks your heart, Yeah. But so you have to talk about it, though. Everybody don't want to talk about it sometimes. Sometimes people like to stuff the stuff down, but sometimes you got to get it out. You got to do a little counseling. How you feeling about this? The baby, like I say, jumped off the bridge, and it's at least once every year you lose maybe like one.
Yeah.
And so at least 1 or 2. And the little baby that I found out the other day when I was over there dying, he was like a nice little young man. I said, well, what happened? I got to know. Kids want to know.
Right.
Then they know when you care, too.
Yeah.
Kids know when you really are concerned about them, so.
Yeah.
So, but that hurts, man. That hurts when the baby's, when you lose a child,
And you have to be strong for the kids because
You have to be strong for the kids, but you have to show them that it hurts you too, though.
Yeah.
Right.
And does the school offer counseling and stuff?
The school normally does offer counseling. If somebody, particular kids that are a little closer, they offer counseling for them too. So.
That's nice.
Is that good?
And also, when something like that happens, you kind of back off a little bit.
Because you're scared.
Don't
And
wanna
back
get
off the
too
school
attached,
working on
yeah.
the academic crap. Just
Yeah.
kind of chill. Let's just kind of just.
Take a moment.
Yeah, take your mind on. Let's put on Win and Snippy or something. Put something on a movie or something on.
Yeah.
And just kind of you will chill. We'll regroup, but it's a process. I've had babies that have told me some of the things that they're going through. One little girl was telling me some stuff that was going on with her daddy, and she said, "Mr. Pete," I said, "Yes, baby. Y'all need to go and get him, and he need to go to jail."
I get, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You heard some of them, ain't you?
Yeah.
I was telling him,
Yeah, you need to go to jail.
you know
He's
that.
asking to go to jail.
Yeah, no, and I've had stories like that, or I've had even grown women is your age be like, say like, oh well, they said I was too old to trade. I'm like, no, it's not. Or my husband is abusive, this and that, and so I made it. Again, I can relate to that because I come from that.
Right.
My mom,
Absolutely.
watching my mom do all that. So
That's
every
right.
time I help a woman, I feel like I'm giving back.
That's right.
The woman,
That's right.
and show them that not all men are bad.
That's
you know.
right.
No, we could be protectors, we could be builders, but we can also be destructive.
That's right.
We're all of that. But
It's whatever you feed, isn't it?
yes, sir. And again, with that being said, I'm giving back to men like you guys, like us. That there's good men out there. Show them. Again, and
Well,
every
we got
time
you here.
Yeah.
Show the world. Like, look.
show the world. This is where I come from. This is one of the men that took a chance and taught me. And what did you see in Mr. Pete? What did you see in me, by the way? Why did you?
I don't know what the hell. I saw.
This is 2005, 2003.
I don't know what the hell it was.
Because after that, we went to high school. We still kept in contact.
It was just supposed to be.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
Just
it
like
was.
y'all's thing. Just like you asked me about school. It was just time. It was just.
That was crazy because I can remember just like, I don't even know how the hell I became so close to Mr. Pete.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, after high school, we still kept in touch. We used to, hey, Mr. Pete, how are you? Oh, boy, you know this and
I
that.
still see his things on that. I'm buffing up with his doing his
You know, it's crazy that I started working out back again because I gained weight because of the alcohol and all that. So,
yeah, it will.
I was in a bad path.
Yeah.
I was in a bad path. And,
Alcohol.
right.
Yeah, all that sugar.
No
But,
nose beers.
Huh?
Nose beers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The nose beers.
Yeah, those beers. That beer make me go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and so I started doing that because I had one director tell me, he goes, I can't get you as the lead role because you're fat. I'm like, oh, damn, that hurt my feelings. I'm like, okay, well, time to do some push-ups. So after that, I fell in love with the workout progress all over again because I trained all my life.
You have.
Well, actually, yeah.
You have. Yes, you have.
So I know what hard work. So I love hard work.
Yes,
With that being said, Mr. P, who's an actor that you look up to?
actors I look up to.
You
who
just
would I
like-
say? I love Denzel. I love Don Cheadle.
I don't know too much about Don Cheadle, to be honest.
Let's see, another person I like.
shout out
is,
to Hood Ken.
Forrest Whitaker's good.
Yes.
I guess what I saw the other day.
Have you seen his Godfather of Harlem?
You haven't seen that yet.
I never
Is that
seen
good? Is that on
it
the
is.
chain?
Oof.
Forrest Whitaker's putting on a
Yeah, that
class.
boy, that's-
Yeah.
He's putting on a class.
Yeah, he's cold, man.
Yeah.
Another person is I heard the other day, Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall is 90 years old now.
Get the French out of here.
He was in there talking to, and I wrote something down, and he was really talking about the art of being an actor, and he got into one of the things I wrote down. I was about to put it up on Facebook. He said you have to know your temperament as an actor because basically you are using your body, who you are, to portray this role. So if you don't know your temperament, how are you gonna play the role? If you don't know you can get mad, if you don't know that another part of you is kind of gentle side of you too, and, you got to know who you are as a person to be a really good performer.
Nice. So,
I was like, man,
Yeah.
that touched me. I had to write it down, put it on
Right?
little notes and stuff. I was like, so we're still teaching at 90, still looks good, and that's kind of, and that kind of gave me also at my agency. I said, Lord, I got something to shoot for. Got this big old farm, all these acres. Him and his honey out there. They go out and chill. Still don't go to the city when somebody calls him, gives him a script. He reads the script and then he goes in, does the line, goes back out. I've always imagined that.
wow.
Have
That's
me a
the
crib
life right
somewhere,
there.
That's it. Now go somewhere in the farm and then come back, do a roll, go back out here to the crib
Yeah.
with the
And
horses
chill.
and stuff and good the horses and all them other plants and stuff you're growing out there.
That's what's up.
Are you more of a method actor?
I'm a little more. My old school acting was primarily method acting, and but I kind of created my own little style. I think I'm a more of a
Like, how do you
instinctive
prepare?
actor.
Yeah.
I'm a little more instinctive. And the method acting, because the method acting gets more into you. Part of that I do, because you got to know the character. You got to kind of put yourself in that person's
Right.
in that role.
Right.
You get. So if I'm a drunkie, I got to go watch some junkies. If I'm playing a lawyer, I got to go look at lawyers and study lawyers and learn how they interact and how they do. That's primarily what method acting is, where you kind of say you go into this role.
Right.
And then there's the other type where it's just more of a mental thing, where you're acting out the role, where you're just playing the part. You're not really getting that deep in. So I'm kind of a little bit of combination of a little bit of both of those.
Right.
And then also I told somebody the other day, one of the assistant principals said, I'm an instinctive teacher. She's trying to put me in a box. You can't
Right.
put me in no freaking box. I'll put my lesson plans out there, but I'm more my instinct. I've done this for so long.
Yeah.
It's second nature.
Yeah, second nature to me. And you're gonna try to tell me to write a lesson plan and do this lesson plan, and I should have it this way, and this teaks and stuff got to line up. Oh, I know what I'm teaching. I've been doing this for years. You better leave me alone.
Mr. P said, "Get out the kitchen while I'm cooking."
Yes, thanks. Yeah. These babies ain't complaining. I ain't either. Yeah. They getting their grades.
Oh, my
leave me alone.
God, dude.
Right. It's driving folks crazy.
Yeah. So it's,
But yeah, I'm ready to do something. Last show I did, a kind of funny thing. I got ill doing a show at Theater North about 5 years ago. I was doing Two Trains Coming. and it was like 10, 12 monologues in that thing. Man, I'd stay up at night, headphones on, 2 or 3 o'clock, wind up, got sick, couldn't do the performance. So the director who had done it one other time came in and did the part that I was going to do. And I think indirectly he kind of wanted to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute.
I got sick in the dark trying to teach school and do that. That's what's the hardest part. You can only do so much, you know.
He's giving the camera. Right.
So, yeah, leave me alone. Let me do my job. You do yours.
Kind of suspicious.
Right?
Yeah, you do your job.
He's like, oh, I had a backup.
I had a backup. He's just all ready and close. No, I got this. What?
It's fine. Oh, you're sick? Oh, dang. Sad to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I was sicker than a dog. It was just too much. I was pulling myself into me to Lucy and then pulling the one way, pulling this way.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good to have the time now. Right. So if I want to do something, I'm going to run lines during the daytime or study my script or whatever, you know. So my first project that I'm going to do now, since I'm out, like I said, I got to get these headshots done. I'm with the Kim Dawson agency, but I haven't worked with them in about 3 years because I got old headshots. So they got me on hiatus, is what they call it, stuck in the back. I ain't auditioned in 3 years for nothing.
They got you on the,
got me on the back
bottom of the file drawer.
Yes, dude. I'm not there. Pull it up. You won't even see my picture up there. So right now I'm looking. Got to get these headshots. I'm gonna do that this summer. I got to get a couple of little teeth. I got a couple of little implants. I'm gonna do. Put my teeth, give me a little smile, right, and everything. Right. And I got already paid half of it for the photographer. Have the money for it. Nice. So got to get that done. And like I said, I got a nice little audio demo. I think I'm hooking up a little bit more, and I'm working on this demo. I'm glad y'all told me about the manpower because I forgot about that. So I'm working on audio demo and working on those things and working on my studio, setting up my, I got a little audio things inside my library so I can put my stuff out there and do some voiceover work. I'm going to start doing that first. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm ready to just kind of move on and
conquer the world.
Yeah,
man.
I am, bro.
Right. See, you got so much. You got so big of a library of work. You forget that you did stuff.
I'm an old school. I've been around though.
Yeah, you've been around the block or two.
So is there any type of role that you would automatically be like,
I still kind of would like to do that too, Train.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's listening.
If he's listening. I just did a Reader's Theater about 2 months ago. Did it at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
Okay.
And with Akeem Babatunde. He's a good director around here from New York. His brother does a lot of stuff in L.A. and stuff. And a little cussing, fussing thing, but he's good as he could be. And so girl called me and said, Lawrence, you want to do this thing? I'm like, y'all serious about this? So I kind of put the script down because I didn't get a schedule. I didn't know. I said, are they serious about this?
Yeah.
It was just Reader's Theater, you know. Just read your script and go through it and you move around. And finally I said, yeah, we're having rehearsal today. I said, what? Oh, y'all serious? So went on and did it. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Went on and did it. Came out really good. I'm going to get the video from that. Interesting script that I've never read before. So this gives me a reason also now. So one of my things, I'm going to keep my spirit, my mind, and my body on another level.
Okay.
So my little prayer time, my little quiet time, my body keep working, and I'm gonna. I said I'm gonna start reading a little bit more. I got time now. I need to clean up my damn closet too. But anyway, start reading maybe about 30, 40 minutes a day. Read something out of a couple of books I've been putting down. Yeah. Now I got the time to do it. I'm gonna run and read them. So I got to stay organized, flexible but organized. You know.
Right.
See now. And my mom's actually just retired from teaching.
She did?
This
Okay,
year
where'd she come from?
She came from.
Is she in this Texas or what?
Yeah, she's here. She's actually up in Keller.
Oh, okay.
So she's married though, Mr. P.
Oh, hey,
married Mr. P.
Hey,
he's like Mr. P. He goes,
them kids. You sound like them kids in the school. You sound like them kids. I'm best with my mama, Mr. P. Well, let me tell you where your mom is.
I ain't trying to call. I ain't trying to call you stepdaddy, Mr. P.
Hold on. I just want to know if she was here.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean,
wake up in the morning. You want some Kool-Aid?
What you want, Kool-Aid? Little ninja.
Mr. Pete, is that you?
Mr. P, put some clothes on. Mr. P.
we swinging over here.
Anaconda.
Walk in like that scene from Baby Boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Exactly.
Wearing an apron. Like,
Exactly.
how you doing?
Mr. Pete always drinking a bottle of Kool-Aid. Can't stand here.
So she retired though, huh?
Yeah, she retired. She retired this year.
Okay.
And you know, it was COVID, same thing, and you know, I've been telling her for years. I was like, look, now that you retired, self-care time.
It sure is.
It is self-care time because
It
she's just like you. She's a giver,
Giver.
giving all the time. I'm like, look, your kids is grown.
Sure
You disappear for a little bit. Just send me a text. Hey,
Hey.
I'm okay, and I'm good.
Sure is
Right.
That sure is right.
That's
So
That's right.
it's self-care time.
It is
Steve.
self-care time. That's why I enjoy my home and everything. And I got a little, got me like a 2-year-old Rottweiler. That's the only bitch I got in my house. And,
that's all I need right there.
Hey, say it louder for the bitches in the back.
oh, she's a pretty bitch, though. She's a pretty bitch.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's a bitch that always is excited when
She's
you home.
always
though, right?
excited when I'm there. That's right. Come here,
What more
Daddy.
do you want?
Yeah, I have to have you guys over sometime, do a little Q or something like that, and have y'all come over and kick
Yes.
it with me and stuff.
I remember.
Q and tequila. Something like that.
Oh man, remember when we first finished that Manpower? We all came over to your place to just watch it right after the performance. I think it was called.
Oh. Where was I? Where was I living then?
You were
On
living up there,
Wedgwood?
South Side, I think.
In Fort Worth?
Yeah.
At that little house?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I went from that house to another house, and check this situation out. I'm telling you how things are. I went from that little house, then I got another house because a woman sold a house out from underneath me. So I was like, dang, okay, well, Miss Burnett, can you give a brother a little time?
Right? A little warning.
Yeah, I had to throw my stuff next door and all this stuff. I had to
Oh,
pick up
damn.
this stuff. And then found out, just by the grace of God, somebody told me they knew about somebody who was moving out of a house. It was in Forest Hill, right down the street from my school.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I'm like 5 minutes away from the school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang,
perfect
that's a
right there.
blessing.
Right.
Neighbors the next here were nice, but the landlord was kind of get to tripping and everything. And after a while, he got to raising silly, and he was, trying to sell the house and like, oh, I did all this and everything. And I have a cup of beer with him, had the fellows hang out there. And but then after a while, he started getting a little funky and kind of nasty. And after a while, then I had to leave from there.
Wow.
This woman told me, she said, well, listen, she's a real estate agent, and I've been saving my little pennies and getting my little credit and stuff together. She said, you need to just go and buy your house. So I had to get out of that house, and I was homeless for about a month.
What?
I had to go over to somebody's house. I stayed at the house 2 weeks at another teacher's. I said, come stay. Ask your husband, can I come over just for a little while? Then I went to another person's house and stayed a week, and then I stayed at another teacher's house with. I wish he would have come knocked on my door. But anyway, I wasn't gonna knock on hers, but if she'd have came knocked on my door,
Oh man.
I'm gonna do it. So and then I stayed there. So then next thing you know, I kept looking at this woman named Emily. She kept looking around, looking for houses. I'm like, we looked at 100 houses, and I found one right down the street from O.D. White, about a mile from where I was living.
Oh, wow.
I said, Lord, look at here. Got a swimming pool at the back. And I said, oh, I'm going to have me a
Look
ball
at God.
over here.
Man.
Thing fell through. Fell through. Next thing you know, she said, well, as long as we still, all your paperwork is there, if you can get in here and find something within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we can still use your paperwork, get you on in. I said, okay. So she kept telling me some other places, and she took me right out here. I'm now out here by Life Church and
Okay.
Fort Worth, Risinger, that area back in there. I'm way
Okay.
back over, right on the edge of Crowley,
All right.
building up out there.
There they are.
Got me a crib out there.
Hey. Moving on up.
I know it. I walk in there and sometimes I'm like, Jake, this is my house. This is my crib.
No one can tell me nothing.
I know it. Got a little media room that goes in the back. Now you wouldn't know I have a media room. Nice, just a nice little, fits me perfectly.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
It is really a blessing. There was a little scripture that says the latter shall be greater than the former. And you know what? The latter is greater than the former. All I need now is that's this little queen I'm going to find.
That's what I'm talking
God
about.
sent me this queen. But I am just.
Go to the
things are
Russian
opening
websites.
up. Things are opening up, and just the latter's better than the former. All that other hell I went through.
That's what I'm talking
Like I said, I got 99 problems.
But yeah,
And that rod ain't one. But that rod ain't one.
really? Oh my God.
That's what's up, Mr. Pete.
That's
what's
amazing.
So we got to do this soon, guys. I'm up. See, what is this? This is July. I'm doing a lot of camera. We got a conference next week, so I'll be doing that conference. But July, so maybe sometime in early August, have to have y'all come over. We cute and
Definitely,
kick it a little
let's
bit.
do
You know, watch a
something.
good movie or something like that. Chill. Come up with some ideas too. You know, another thing that's really nice about this, because most of the people I kind of hang with are either guys that work with me at the church, you know, audio, lighting. But I like hanging with young folks because I can school y'all on some things, and y'all can school me on some things. Too.
It's
And that's
exchange of
why you have
knowledge,
to, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, we
We cross-pollinate.
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it to it, man.
Cross-pollinate. I got another couple young guy that works with me in the church. He does a lot of freelance stuff and does. He started up his LLC and stuff. And every time we come over there to kick it, we always out having fun, get ideas. I'll be running stories and stuff. He be videotaping. We just be having a ball. He's like 25, you know. And but I enjoy. I think that's what keeps me younger is dealing with young folks and kids.
Yes,
Yes. It's
You
my-
know, that's no cap.
No,
That-
see,
that's-
I don't care. Say less. Say less.
Say less. Yeah. My grandfather
just
used to always say. I spent a lot of time with my grandfather, but my grandfather used to always say that the older generation should always spend time with the younger generation. Younger generation should always spend time with the older generation, because the younger generation can get that wisdom.
That's right.
And then the older generation can get that youngness,
That's
get that
absolutely right.
young
That's-
energy.
that's right.
So together,
That's right.
It actually makes it more powerful.
It does.
But no one's reaching out though. That's the problem.
That's
No
the
one-
thing. The
no-
young ones, they
yeah.
got too much ego, and the old ones, well, they feel disrespected.
Well, the
Yeah.
old ones, you know, it's just like now. It's like, oh, I don't understand you, so it's not for me. I'm like, no, I mean, you can learn something.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
That's what I mean. It's just like,
Yeah.
you know, one is too pride, the other one is just like, nah, I don't want to. That is not for me. You know.
Yeah.
So
But no, we need to
Cross-pollinate.
Exactly.
We do. We have to cross-pollinate. Have to continue to keep each other in the loop and
Yes.
what's going on. And that's the thing. Like I said, even just the teaching, it's just the relationships. That's really what it's about. You
Yeah.
know, it's just really about everything is about relationship.
it really
Yeah.
is.
That's why
all about relationship.
I always try to keep in touch with my mentors. You know, make sure we still cross pollinate,
That's
like
right.
you said. You
Come
know,
on.
because we need that. You know, because you know I'm gonna be doing some foolish stuff, and I'm gonna need that wisdom.
That's right.
You know,
And it's better to learn some mistakes from somebody else's mistake than
Right.
you
That's
to go
the
through it.
best-
Come on.
man.
There you go.
Oh, you did that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I know what not to do.
I know what not to do.
Exactly. It costs me a lot less to learn from your mistakes
Yes.
than my own.
That's always right.
That's true. That is
Mine
so
are
true.
costly.
Yeah, mine can be too. Now I thought about the other day. I was doing something, putting in an ice chest. Ice chest was full of water and stuff. Tripped and fell. Tripped and fell. Scratched my elbow.
Oh man.
I'm like, Lord, at least I didn't hurt nobody else. Let me get my brother. It was just me, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta be able to learn to laugh at yourself.
I
Also.
know you do, and I thought I said at least nobody else. Yeah,
Right.
self-deprecating. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Hey.
Yeah,
No,
I laugh at myself. I say, oh boy, you crazy.
I think we do a lot of that ourselves. Me and
You
him.
do.
I mean, we were talking about it on our past
too
episode that
serious.
everything we do, we laugh about it.
Yeah.
And I think even nothing is ever too. It gets
It's
serious,
serious, yeah.
but right then, then on the same sentence, we'll make a joke.
Yeah, you can't take yourself too serious.
Then you
man.
can't.
I think that's a problem. That we don't.
Yeah, too serious.
And that could be a problem as well, though. Sometimes some people
Yeah.
are just.
Well,
Well,
I
Yeah.
don't think so. If you laugh to keep from crying, you know what I mean.
that's what we do, though. Other people don't see it that way. Me and him have the thing where if he's having a messed up day, I'll cheer him up by some
He'll
joke
roast
after
me,
joke.
is what he'll do.
In other words, I'll roast him.
But it
come
makes
over
me
for
laugh
cuddles.
though.
Yeah.
So it actually brightens my day.
Good,
you
that's
know?
good.
What'd you say, D?
You come over for cuddles.
Yeah. Nah, we
Send
we
a couple
roast.
titty pics.
Story behind that, but
I mean, I'm not gonna say yes, you know.
hey, look at this.
Hey, bro, look at this.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Oh,
thanks,
oh,
Thank you.
you're a real one.
You're a real one. You're a real one.
But yeah, that's what we do. Hey, do we have any callers? Anybody?
No, they haven't called back.
Oh, okay. Because I was saying we were gonna have people that have a story. If you have a story about Mr. Pete, please call in and tell them
Lord,
a
have
good
mercy.
story about Mr. Pete.
Yeah, let's go ahead and open it up to
The lines.
God.
You know, you wanna call the show, you know, cause
Yeah.
Y'all come on, call. Because
Oh.
if y'all don't call, I'm getting up out of here, y'all.
But while we're on it, Mr. Pete, we wanted to give you a gift on behalf of both of us.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I don't know why Rashad wrapped it in the Christmas gift.
Cause
Let me smell it.
smell like oregano.
Nothing but the best for Mr. Pete.
Nothing but the
But yeah, that's one from both of us. It's a council shirt.
Okay. Oh, y'all got shirts too. Oh,
So we wanted you to have
that's
that.
We
sweet.
wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that you
Oh,
There you go.
you're part of it.
sweet.
Yeah.
As our
So-
first
I need to take
official
my
guest.
shirt now. The
Yeah,
camera's
Hey,
That's your first official gift?
Yeah.
first
Oh, we need to
official
take a
gift?
picture of this
Yeah,
thing.
we will. We will.
Yes,
But
we
I gotta say that shout outs to Carmen. Carmen Chavez was my sister. She's made those shirts. All of our shirts that has been made by her.
Oh,
Thank
very
you.
nice.
Happy birthday, by the way. It's her birthday today, guys. So we
Happy
always
birthday.
happy birthday to her.
Carmen.
I know she's out there celebrating. They hit me up earlier, like, "Hey, we're gonna be this and that." I'm like,
Carmen, was she at Polly?
"Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's the baby, wasn't it?
No,
Was
this is
she
the
the
one.
older?
This is the one behind him.
yeah,
one behind you.
Yeah, it was Carmen, then Vince,
Then Vince.
then Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you met all of my.
Okay, okay.
No, then Eric, and then
Then Eric, then Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah, Eric, then Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
taught all
those-
of
Shout
them.
out to the
Yeah.
Lermans.
You taught all. You taught
Manuel.
all of my Lermas.
There's a lot of them.
That's why you're all fucked
There's a
up.
lot.
Oh, Lord. That's what it is. I messed him up.
Or you got them right.
I got to work on it up, man.
Hey, chaos works for this industry, so I'm using it to my advantage.
Good.
You know that, but I think that's I was gonna say, like, finding your purpose. You know what I mean? One of the things that I know me and Manny we've talked about once we hit the gas on this and we started doing it, it was like, yeah, this is what we're supposed to do.
That's right.
This is where we're
Now,
this
what are
is
you
where
doing?
we're
What are
at.
you doing to promote your business? What's how you marketing and stuff?
So, first we started with the Facebook and stuff like that, and then of course we're on Fishbowl Radio and stuff
yeah, I
like
need to
that.
get some information on that.
Yeah,
too,
shout
but-
outs.
yeah.
That's the
we
man I
just-
talked to right there.
We just hooked up. We're on Spotify now.
Good.
We're on Google Cast. We're on Radio Public. We're on Breaker. We're still waiting to hear back from iTunes and a couple other places. So
So you have a schedule and everything of your events and how everything you show when it comes on and all this stuff.
sir, yes, sir.
You need to get something. You need to get it. Let me think of something. I'm thinking too of different things because it's a good show. The concept is good. Everything is off the chain. This is nice. You just
It is
gotta,
dope.
you gotta find. I gotta find out about them. If anything I can do to help you or a contact or anything, just let me know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all need.
Get in
to-
contact with The Rock or
Yeah, I know
or,
it. Now. Come on.
or Kevin Hart, one of
Oh,
those.
man, I know it.
One of
I
those.
know it.
I just need 1% of Jeff Bezos' income.
Oh
That's
my
it.
God, man!
If I could just get 1%. Now I'm not all that good at math, but I'm pretty sure 1% of a billion would be good.
Won't be good.
I'll have it. I'll take it.
You know, I'm not gonna say no.
Right.
You know, but I'll take 1%.
Yeah.
1%. I would do a lot.
That's not. You wouldn't even miss it.
No. I don't need 1%.
You don't need 1%.
Putting his hair behind his back.
Oh,
I'm just saying, like it's kind of like you know, like
thought you were
do
gonna
you
do
think
something
you could
else to do
sneak
with the
like 1% from Jeff Bezos? And do you think he would really notice? I mean, you got $1 billion. You think
right?
he
I
notice?
don't know, man.
Billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars.
I don't think
He
so.
would. He wouldn't. His accountants would.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You know, I'll split that 1% with his account.
Bro.
They make more than one that the 1%.
man.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want too much money because then I would just. What would you do?
Right.
You know what? That's kind of what I've been. My little philosophy has been like I'm trying to stack me some cheese, so I can thought for my babies, grandbabies, great grandbabies. I want to have a little something set up so if them babies want to go to college, and being a giver too, I want to be able to give to different foundations.
Yes.
Right,
That's the
right,
thing
right.
about money. You know, money just gives you more accessibility and more access.
Right.
And and more opportunity. You can just fly if you need to go somewhere. If you want to go to
Yeah.
Bali, you can just go on and go, you know.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It gives you more opportunities. So I want that for my family, and I want that for people that I
Right.
love. That's what I'm trying to.
Right.
That's what I want to do.
I always say that, like, you know, the whole question of, you know, if you won $1 billion, all that kind of
What
stuff.
would
The
you do
lottery.
with $1 billion? What would
Yeah.
you do?
Well, I mean, after I, you know, get a decent house, decent car, you know, take care of my babies, you know, take care of my inner circle. After that, I mean, that's probably maybe $1 million, maybe $2 million.
Yeah.
After that, I have to give that away.
Give some. I would too.
Like I would have to, like, I'd have to open up foundations,
I know,
charities.
that's
I'm
what I'm
sponsoring
talking about.
something
That's
because after I've taken
absolutely
care of my
right.
needs, what else? What I need money
Well,
for?
you think about that. Who was it? Who's the woman at Amazon? Who's that?
Yeah, that's Bezos.
wife?
Yeah, Bezos'
They got
wife.
then. So she married a what? Who did she marry? A teacher.
Oh yeah,
I mean, do you think he's still teaching?
yeah. No.
Do you think he's still teaching?
At the house.
Right?
Man.
She married a teacher, and she's giving that money away, all over. And that's what I would too.
You know, because at the end of the
Dan
day,
Steele of Harlem, she's giving that money, millions of dollars. That's what it's for.
that's what it's for.
That's what it's made for.
What would you do,
That's
Dukes?
another song.
I would invest in homeless shelters, not like shelters, but like
Yeah.
temporary housing, like mobile homes where
Yes.
they
Yes,
could
do
stay
better.
for a year and get their life together,
Right.
and then go on afterwards.
Yeah.
They're doing
I
that
like
in
that.
New York.
Yeah.
Right?
It was homeless people, and then they had people put in these hotels, and now they're buying the hotels out so the homeless people can actually stay.
So
in
that way they can actually stay there.
I
That's
think
what's up.
I think it's here in Fort Worth where they hire the homeless people and they pay them for every time they pick up trash. They start paying them.
Good.
See, I'm like, we need more programs
Yeah,
like that.
programs like that, absolutely.
They actually have a program at the Fort Worth shelter that like you work for them, you clean the beds, whatever, and then after if you do that for 6 months, then they'll pay for your first 6 months at an apartment complex.
That'd be that's what's up.
That's
I,
nice.
I would donate to a lot of women's
Absolutely.
shelters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I would too. That's what it's for. You know, so somewhere it says that in Proverbs it said something like that. Lord, don't give me too much. That way I won't look at you. I'll say, I might get the big head. But if I don't have enough, I might start stealing.
Right?
We
So it's a balance.
almost started silly, but yeah.
Literally.
Well,
That's another
podcast.
That's another podcast.
We'll tell you a story about it.
I don't want to tell that story in front of Mr. Pete. I don't want him to look at me different.
But Mr. Pete, it has been such a memory lane. Thank you so much for coming.
Wow, I feel honored.
No, man, just
feel
from
honored.
me, it has been truly an honor to call you my teacher, my friend,
Yes.
bestie.
Yes.
Yeah?
You're a big boy
Okay,
now.
okay. I mean, literally. But I mean, it's
Yeah, my man child and turned into a man now.
yeah.
Right?
But I mean, everything you taught me, I want to say that I put to good use.
Thank you.
From my acting to using that to here, and you finally confirmed that I am shy.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are. You got that side.
Yeah, and but what about you, brother? What do you think? Any last words?
Again, thank you, Mr. Pete. Like, from the bottom of my heart, like you as you said, I caught a lot.
Caught a lot.
I caught a lot, in the time knowing you and your influence, and each one teach one. I'm take what you got. In the show, appreciate
Absolutely.
you coming by. Appreciate you rocking with us the
Wow,
entire
wow.
time.
So-
Say words.
So
Anything that I
guys,
can do. I didn't know I was gonna stay this long. Oh,
so guys, he's an actor. He's an active actor. If you need him voice work or
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, how can they reach you, Mr. Pete?
You can reach me on my Facebook.
Okay.
Lawrence Pete is that way. And I'm scared to give my number. If you call me on Facebook and message me now, I'll give you my number that way. Call.
Okay.
Some of these folks ain't delivered, so you know.
Yeah, we're worldwide. I wouldn't suggest putting
Yeah.
your phone number out there.
Yeah.
If you get some calls from Honduras.
Yeah, I know. Some more calls. right?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Juan though.
So
From
yeah,
Honduras.
he's watching.
We know he's
But
watching.
Well,
Yeah.
appreciate you guys too.
what about you?
Our Facebook page. If you're on there, we're on Spotify. We're on Radio Public. We're on Google Cast.
Pornhub.com.
Check out our OnlyFans.
What do you say, Pornhub?
Yes. Fishbowl. It's on the website. Like, if, we appreciate you guys listening now.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you. Happy birthday to Carmen, Vince, Adrian for watching the show, Jennifer, Sebi, everybody. Thank you so much for the love. Until next time, cancel show.
Shout out to Wifey.
Y'all are canceled, boy.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.